Dr. Marley, is there hope? Is there any hope at all?
I won't deny I had expected something by now.
What the hell is going on?
He's coming around.
Reg, can you see us? Look, his eyes are focusing on us.
Son?
Reg, honey, can you hear us? Oh, thank you, God, he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. Stan, that is what this means, isn't it? I mean, he is going to be all right. There isn't any brain damage, right?
Well, it's a good sign, Stephanie, but we need more to go on before we can be sure.
More? What more? I mean, specifically, what?
Well, the recognition's very important. Anything to indicate that his mind's functioning.
He just spoke to us.
Yes, but we can't be sure that he's made any particular connection. We'll just have to wait and see.
Honey? Honey, it's me. Everyone's here. Everyone who loves you is here.
Ridge. Ridge, look at me. Come on, Forrester. Who am I, Ridge? Who am I?
Logan.
Hello, sweetheart.
Ridge, do you recognize this lady?
Mother.
Hi, honey.
Caroline.
Hello, son.
Dad.
Well, that's it, isn't it, Doctor? I mean, that's what you needed, isn't it?
Ridge, can you tell me the date of your birth?
January 28, 1960.
And your address?
Willow Hill Road, 369.
It looks good. In fact, I think we can safely say that God has been watching over him. I can tell you now, Stephanie, I wasn't at all optimistic.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks for pulling him through this. Thank you so much.
Any change?
Honey, he woke up and he's talking.
The doctor says he's gonna be just fine.
Thank God. I knew you'd pull through it, big brother.
How was your meeting with the lieutenant?
Well, there really wasn't much I could tell him.
I didn't think so.
Well, but he seems pretty motivated to solve the case.
Good.
In fact, he wants to talk to you next.
To me?
Yeah, he's gonna talk to all of us. He's waiting outside.
Okay. Excuse me.
I am not the luckiest guy in the world tonight. I don't know who is. Should look at you. You look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. But I'm afraid that I have some bad news. Or good news, depending on how you look at it.
Well, let's say that we discuss it over a bottle of wine.
Well, it's about dinner, Nicholas. I'm not gonna be able to make it.
Oh, come on, what do you mean you're not gonna be able to make it, huh?
I have another date
You what?
with Bill Spencer.
The Bold and the Beautiful. This portion sponsored by Dawn dishwashing liquid. It takes grease out of your way.
Are you trying to tell me that you have a dinner date with Bill Spencer tonight? Donna, when did this come up?
I told you I was gonna get him to notice me.
Donna, you can't rush things like this.
Don't worry. Everything is going perfectly.
Perfectly. Well, I hope so. Oh, obviously you had a chance. You worked your way into his office today?
Would you believe that the guy has a soft spot for chocolate?
Bill Spencer.
You know, I always heard that a way to a man's heart was through his stomach.
Donna, what does it have to do with what we're talking about?
It's a long story, but I am making progress. I actually think that the guy likes me.
Well, I'd say it's a little bit more than that if he invited you out to dinner.
I told him how important publishing was to me, how I just wanted to be near him, learn from him.
Do you know that you're getting yourself into very dangerous territory?
Look, will you do me a favor and load the camera for me?
Camera. Are you planning on using this tonight?
That is what this is all about, Nicholas.
Donna, where is this dinner date taking place?
At his apartment?
No. Donna, no.
Can you think of a better place to pull this off?
I sure as hell don't like it the way it is. And what happens if it's a trap set up for you?
It could be. But I'm way ahead of him. Don't you see? He's attracted to me. His defenses are going to be down. This could be the perfect opportunity.
And suppose something goes wrong.
Nicholas, I am so close. I really want to get back at this guy.
Suppose he suspects something, or he picks up vibes
Trust
from you.
me. I can be pretty irresistible when I want to be.
I know that. That is what worries me. All right. But I want you to promise me something. I want you to be careful. And I want you to call me as soon as you get home. I don't care how late it is, you call me, understand?
I will. And I will be careful.
I love you.
Me too. Bye.
He's unconscious again.
The doctor said this would happen. He'd go in and out.
Thorne. So you saw the lieutenant?
Yeah, Burke.
What did he want?
Well, just ask me some questions.
But I told him that you were asleep when Ridge was shot.
Yeah, I know, but he just wanted to know if I'd seen or heard anything unusual.
What did you tell him?
The truth. I didn't remember anything.
I wonder why he wanted to question you first.
Well, I don't know. I guess he had to start somewhere. He's talking to Caroline now.
Mrs. Forrester?
Yes.
I'm Lieutenant Brian Burke.
How do you do?
I want to thank you for seeing me.
Well, I'd like to help you, but I don't know if I can. I was in New York when all this happened.
Yes, I understand that. You're making yourself available for questioning is a big help. I'm trying to turn up some leads by talking to Ridge's family and acquaintances.
But you are looking for a prowler.
We may very well be. Do you remember seeing any unfamiliar faces, anything out of the ordinary the past few days?
No, but then it's very difficult for a stranger to get onto the Forrester estate.
What about cars or delivery trucks? Anyone appearing to be a service person, telephone man, gas company?
No, I'm sorry. I work, so I'm not home during the day. Have you tried asking the neighbors?
Mm-hmm. And so far, we've turned up a blank.
So what do you do now?
We see if anybody has any ideas.
Ideas about what?
About who may have had a motive to shoot Ridge Forrester.
Are you saying that you think someone intentionally tried to murder Ridge?
Miss Kensington.
Good evening, Mr. Spencer.
Oh, please, please. Away from the office. It's Bill.
Bill,
You take your wrap.
thank you.
You look lovely.
Thanks again. What a beautiful place you have.
Well, glad you like it.
It's so masculine and yet so elegant. Like you.
Oh, thank you.
You know, it's funny. When you meet someone, you find yourself trying to imagine the type of place that they would live in. This is exactly what I would picture for you.
Is that so?
You must have a tremendous view.
Well, why don't we have a drink and I'll show it to you.
Wonderful.
What would you like? I just opened an extraordinary bottle of Chardonnay.
That sounds perfect.
Shall we?
This is fabulous. You know, I've never seen LA from so high up before.
And yet you seem to be a woman who has seen her share of the world.
Do I?
For tonight. So, what should we toast?
To people who are so much more than they seem. I find that's true of most interesting people. Don't you?
It's part of the fascination. Uncovering all those layers. You know, Miss Kensington, you seem very different tonight.
Really? How so?
Well, at the office, you are the eager young student.
And tonight?
Tonight, you are every inch a woman.
Are you saying that you think someone tried to murder Ridge?
It's a possibility. Prowlers, if they do shoot, tend to do so generally as a last resort, after they've been discovered. They want to avoid arrest, and so they panic.
But that's what happened, isn't it?
Well, I have my doubts. Ridge was shot in the back of the head. According to your mother-in-law, there was no indication that he ever saw the person who did it, or even suspected he was there.
And that is your only reason for thinking that someone tried to murder Ridge?
Well, it is a theory, Mrs. Forrester. It's one of several.
Well, I can't believe your theory. Quite frankly, I can't even conceive of it.
I'm sure this must be very difficult for you.
I can't think of one person in this world that would have a reason to shoot Ridge, and I'm sure no one else can either.
All right. Suppose we talk about Ridge.
Fine.
How long have you known him?
Almost 2 years. I knew him before I met my husband.
Oh, really?
Actually, Ridge and I were engaged at one time.
I hadn't realized that.
Well, it's no big secret. I'm sure you would have stumbled upon it sooner or later.
Yes, I suppose I would have. But I want to thank you for your honesty. That saves me a lot of time. Yeah, let me ask you one other thing. How does your husband feel about your previous relationship with his brother? Has that ever been a problem?
You really are quite a young woman.
Thank you. It really is quite a place that you have here. Do you live alone?
Except for the help. My daughter Caroline used to live with me.
Of course, the editor of Ion Fashion.
The newest addition to Spencer Publication.
Tell me, what's it like to be at the head of such an empire?
Oh. That's a very loaded and complicated question.
Then I'll give you time to think about it.
You seem rather at ease here.
I am.
Well, most women would find it a bit intimidating.
Being invited to dinner by a man like yourself?
Well, being invited to dinner to my apartment.
But then I'm not like most women.
I'm beginning to realize that.
And you, Mr. Spencer, are quite different from any other man I've met.
I thought it was Bill.
Bill.
It's better.
You know, Bill, I'm not a child, and I'm not naive. In fact, there are probably many things about me that you would find difficult to imagine. Now, may I please have some more wine?
Of course.
What do you mean, a problem?
Well, two brothers each in love with the same beautiful woman. There must have been some jealousy.
Those two relationships were totally separate. You see, I didn't marry Thorne until long after Ridge and I had broken up our engagement.
I see. And now?
Now, what?
How do you feel about your brother-in-law now?
I consider him to be a very close friend.
Would you mind telling me why you and Ridge didn't get married?
Well, there were many reasons. Personal reasons. It's a very long and complicated story. Why don't we just say that Ridge and I had different philosophies on many things?
And your husband, would you say he shares your same philosophy?
Yes, of course. Thorne's a wonderful man, and I'm very happy to have him as my husband.
What about Ridge's girlfriend?
Brooke? I hope you're not going to tell me that you think
Mrs.
Brooke...
Forrester, please, please, don't read anything into these questions I'm asking. I'm just trying to get a line on people.
All right. But for the record, I highly doubt that Brooke had anything to do with Ridge being shot. Lieutenant, look. Possibly I could accept your theory that someone who knew him waited outside the Forrester house for Ridge to come home. But then how can you explain why he didn't shoot him when he first got home? You see, they waited for Ridge to come outside again. But how could they have even known that Ridge would go outside after he was already in the house? You see, there's no way someone could have anticipated that. Which is why I think it must have been a prowler. Nothing else makes sense.
Mother.
Yes, honey, I'm right here. How do you feel?
Awful. My head is killing me. How the devil did I wind up in the hospital?
Well, that doesn't matter now. All that matters is that you're just going to be fine.
Logan.
Hello, Forrester.
What was I? Hit by a truck?
Something like that.
That smile. It's good medicine.
Well, it feels good to smile again.
Had you worried? My lips are dry.
I'll get you something.
No. Just choose what you've got.